Good day, everyone. So the title of this video is Antifa, the new fascist. So as most of you know, Antifa stands for anti-fascist, which is kind of ironic. And the term fascism or fascist is now used as a pejorative by the left to designate something that they don't agree with. So if if you're a police officer and you're wearing a uniform, you're a fascist. So let's kind of delve into this a little bit in terms of how the term fascism even began. And it started in Italy. That's why I have the map of Italy here pulled up. And under Mussolini, during predating World War II, his party was the National Fascist Party. And that belief was based on basically that might makes right. And his goal was the reconquest of the territories which had been the Roman Empire. So he had interest spanning from the south of France into Spain, Croatia, Slovenia, what was formerly the Yugoslav republics, Albania, Greece, and then obviously North Africa. And this was a true fascist party. Actually, Nazi Germany was a national socialist party. They didn't really see themselves as fascist. Again, the term fascist has just been expanded to some of the Axis countries from World War II. Spain, which I think most resembles now the United States, was not fascist. They had elements of fascism or the phalange that operated in Spain, and yes, it was a far right ultra nationalist. But the leader of the nationalist forces during the Spanish Civil War, that would be the right side versus the left side, right? So General Franco was first, he was a monarchist, and for a short time before the socialists came into to power through a very close election, he was uh, basically kind of like the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff. He was a high-ranking Spanish military officer, and right after the socialists came to power, they basically moved General Franco to the Canary Islands, and they were just kind of hoping that he would just basically stay there. He didn't stay there. He returned, and there was a big war. But there were other key leadership members during the Spanish Civil War. It wasn't all General Franco. There were many more. But back to Italy and the true architect of fascism. So Mussolini, wants to create this new Italian empire. It was much more expansive in its doctrine than actually even the Germans initially were. And initially, the Germans, and obviously we know better now that Hitler had great expansionistic dreams, and he kind of overdid himself. But initially, it was the Sudetenland and in German areas of Poland, and then obviously basically unifying all the Germanic peoples was the initial thought process under a national socialist form of government. And for all you vegans out there, yep, Hitler was a vegetarian, and he was a diehard animal rights activist. So just kind of interesting when we see the modern leftists talk about fascism. So back to Italy. Um, so Mussolini creates this organization called the Black Shirts. It was basically a people's militia, and they wore black uniforms, much like today's black bloc of Antifa, and these black shirts would go out and attack political opponents of the fascists. So what does Antifa do? What exactly does Antifa do in Portland and Seattle and all these other cities around the United States? They go out, they wear black, they copy the exact methodology of the political apparatus they claim to just absolutely deplore and hate. And then they take that methodology, that same methodology that the fascists use, and they attack their political opponents with violence. And that is their goal. That is what they do. So they say they're anti-fascist, but in reality, it's really strange. It's a strange dichotomy. They are fascists. Maybe some of them don't know it. I got a feeling they do, and they know exactly what they're doing. But their model is exactly what Mussolini's fascist black shirt party was doing. They get together, they dress up in black uniforms, they grab truncheons, they grab socks with locks, and they go out and they beat the shit out of people. That's what they do. That's what the black shirts did. That's what the new Antifa does. And they're quickly moving the United States towards a conflict that in the end they're probably going to wish did not occur, because things are going to get messy very quickly. That's all I got. Have a great day.